So what's up guys? So sorry na dugang guys. So I'm Carlos Miguel Singson from BIT Auto dash BIT Auto 2 dash H1. So we're going talk about globalization, advantages and disadvantages. So right back.
So globalization is the increasing interaction of people, excuse me, states of countries through the growth of the international flow of money, ideas, and culture. Thus, globalization is primarily focused on processes of integration that has social and cultural aspects. It is the interconnectedness of people and business across the world that eventually led to global, cultural, political, and economic integration. It is the ability to move and communicate easily with others all over the world in order to conduct business internationally. The advantages and disadvantages of globalization. Today, globalization and the localization is spark is growing faster than ever. As we enter the third wave that involves the digital economy, advanced technology, and cybercrimes, it is vital to understand the impact worldwide. Advantages of globalization. 1. Access to new markets. Globalization gives business the opportunity to expand into new markets, reach international buyers, and increase revenue. Over time, companies can never experience saturation for demand of their products or service domestically. By expanding globally, they can continue growing by meeting foreign demand. Second, spread of knowledge and technology. In order to operate globally, companies must share similar technology and a technology structure. E-commerce, for example, allows companies to sell products worldwide through Amazon.com. Similarly, a central base of knowledge allows companies to quickly transfer information and develop innovation solutions. For example, in the healthcare sector, that means new medication and medical devices can go to market faster in different countries. Third, enhance global cooperation and tolerance. Globalization enhances cooperation by enabling countries to specialize. This allows them to leverage their economic strength and trade those products for their resources. For example, a country in South America that specializes in sugarcane can export it to the developed country in exchange for manufactured goods. On an interpersonal level, studies have shown that globalization promotes tolerance, as people are exposed to new cultures and network with others across the globe. Fourth, promotes economic growth. Studies have found that globalization enhances economic growth by distributing resources more efficiently because countries can specialize in activities with comparative advantages. It is also promote growth directly through complementary reforms in terms of capital and financial development. Disadvantages of globalization. First, increased competition. Although free trade can increase a nation's wealth, it also increases competition. Local business must compete with multinational corporations that produce cheaper goods at lower cost, which puts them at a disadvantage. At the same time, the increase of changes impact buying behaviors, as customers expect high-quality products at low prices. That means companies must continuously adapt to meet demands. Second, exploitation of labor and resources. Multi-industrialized nations sometimes enter trade agreements with developing countries in order to exploit big labor and environmental laws. For example, the United States has been known to use foreign sweatshop labor to produce cheaper goods. Lack of environmental regulation in some developing countries also allows developed countries to import resources such as precious metals at lower prices. This results in both lasting environment damage and human rights abuses. Third, imbalanced trade. A trade imbalance, also known as trade deficit, occurs when a country spends more on imports than it makes on exports. This creates a shortfall in capital that the country must make up for either by borrowing money from foreign lenders or by making foreign investment in its assets. Fourth, domestic job loss. When excuse me, when industrialized countries outsource laborers, it causes a shortage of jobs domestically. Laborers whose skills are no longer in demand experience higher unemployment and struggle to adapt to the changing labor market. So why globalization is important? So globalization means the speed of movement and exchange of human beings, goods and service, capitals, technology, or cultural practices all over the planet. One of the effects of globalization is that it promotes and increases interactions between different regions and populations around the globe. So how globalization helps the economy? In general, globalization decreases the cost of manufacturing. This means that companies can offer goods at lower price to consumers. The average cost of goods is a key aspect that contributes to increases the standard of living. Consumers also have access to a wider variety of goods. In some cases, this may contribute to improved health by enabling a more varied and healthier diet rather than relying for increases in unhealthy food consumption and diabetes.
Globalization is a widely discussed topic. It is therefore not all that easy to explain such a complicated term in simple words. Let's start from the beginning with the background to globalization. Advances in technology, such as mobile phones, aeroplanes, telephones and the internet, have made the growth of transport and communication networks possible. Amongst other things, this means that people and countries can exchange information and goods more quickly and in a less complicated way. This process is called globalization. Globalization comes from globe and means the worldwide coming together of countries and nations. Let's look at an example. Companies used to manufacture products in their home countries, just like the companies Profi TV and Supercolor, who produce televisions in country A. Their products are in direct competition with each other, but both companies pay the same salaries and production costs. They have the same customers, use similar suppliers, and sell televisions at similar prices. In short, the same conditions apply to both companies. So far, so good. Due to technical, cultural, and economic developments that have come about through globalization, other companies which manufacture products under different conditions can now offer their products in country A too. That's why a company from country B can sell televisions here at a lower price because they were produced for less. The local firms Supercolor and Profi TV have to react to withstand the competition. And so the world grows closer together, and there is an active exchange of goods between countries. More affordable products are available for more people. However, not only does an exchange of products and economic goods take place, but also of services, knowledge, cultural goods, and even languages. All of these individual elements are closely linked and influence each other. But where there is light, there is also shadow. Because of globalization and this intense exchange of goods, people and the environment often suffer. If a company decides to move production to an economically disadvantaged country, people in industrialized countries lose their jobs. At the same time, job opportunities open up to many locals in the economically disadvantaged country. Many people in these countries work for very little money in comparison to those in industrialized countries. Therefore, they often remain poor and more often than not do not have sufficient insurance, social insurance, or health insurance cover. A further disadvantage of globalization is ecological problems such as climate change. The use of aeroplanes, ships, and lorries to transport goods over international borders is constantly on the increase. This causes more carbon dioxide to be released into the atmosphere, which, in turn, is the main cause of global warming. Even national environmental standards are ignored. This is a further cost factor in the worldwide international site competition, which should be kept as low as possible to be attractive for a company. There are therefore many sides to globalization which affect almost all aspects of life, causing me to think that the chain of positive and negative effects will continue to grow further. What's important is to realize that globalization itself is neither good nor bad. It just depends how people deal with all the new possibilities in the future.
Hello team, welcome back again to my channel. Okay, so for today's tutorial, we will be talking about the pros and cons of globalization. Okay, so you are so lucky because I will be presenting at least three pros and three cons of globalization that might be helpful on your course, or that might be helpful for you to understand further what is the meaning of globalization, or what is really the aspects of globalization, or kung ano ba ang naitutulong ng globalization sa ating community, especially to our economy. Okay, so if you are ready, then let's start. Actually, meron akong separate na discussion about the importance of globalization, and also some or additional reason or positive impact of globalization to the community. So ito siya. So if you want to watch them, I will be including the link in the description box para makita ninyo after this tutorial. So let's start with the advantage or the pros of globalization. Okay, so I will be giving you three advantage of globalization. So number one, we have here economic growth. Okay, so paano kaya nag-i-impact or nagkakaroon ng magandang advantage ang globalization when it comes to the economic growth of a country. Okay, so isahin natin. So number one, so magkakaroon ng access to labor. especially to the rich countries. Okay? So itong mga rich countries, they can outsource from the other countries, especially from the developing countries, to have at least a low cost of labor. Okay? Nagkakaroon sila ng low labor, so pwede silang mag-hire from other countries ng mga workers. So, titignan natin yung mga OFW. So, because of globalization, yung mga OFW or overseas Filipino workers natin dito sa Pilipinas, they will go to other countries and work there, and they will be paid. Okay? So para sa kanila mataas yung payment, pero sa country or the host country, nagkakaroon sila ng chance na mag-hire ng low labor. Okay? So ganyan ang naidudulot ng globalization sa economy. Okay, not only to the overseas Filipino workers, but it can also apply to the companies. Okay, so yung mga companies, nagkakaroon sila ng branch sa iba't ibang countries, especially to the developing countries, kasi nag-outsource sila, naghanap sila ng country kung saan may mababa ang labor pero maganda ang services. Okay? So, ganyan ang ginawa ng globalization sa economy. Another, related dito sa access to labor is the access to jobs. Okay? So, dahil nga sabi ko kanina, yung mga companies, nagkakaroon sila ng franchise or investment to other countries, especially to the developing countries. Siyempre, they are also opening more jobs sa mga tao doon. So kung ang Jollibee, titignan natin si Jollibee, that is an international organization. Okay, so nagpatayo ang Jollibee ng mga branch dito sa Pilipinas. Anong napansin natin? Maraming job openings kasi nag-hire sila ng mga tao to serve or to do the business. Okay, so that's how globalization is very important to economic growth. And also, we have here the access to resources. So, yun nga, yung discussion ko. So, kung gusto nyong panoorin yung discussion ko about the theory of Immanuel Wallerstein, ay ito. Pwede ninyo siyang hanapin sa description box. Ilalagay ko doon para madali nyo na lang i-click at panoorin. Okay. So, sa access to resources, may mga countries talaga na nagmamanufacture sila pero kulang yung mga resources nila. So, ang nangyayari, because of globalization, pwede silang mag-outsource or maghanap ng ibang resources sa iba't ibang country kung saan sila lang ang nagpo-provide. Okay? Let's say, for example, the smartphones. So, kung ang United States, nagmamanufacture sila ng mga smartphones. Okay, so hindi ibig sabihin na lahat ng mga resources or kinakailangan para gumawa ng isang smartphone ay meron sa United States. So, ang ginagawa nila dahil kulang yung mga product, okay, so, kasi may mga metal or may mga materials na kailangan na wala sa US, nag-a-outsource or bumibili sila sa ibang bansa. Okay, so nagkakaroon sila ng access to resource. They can produce that smartphone kahit wala yung mga ibang kailangan nila na parts sa country nila mismo. Okay? That's one. And also, the ability of the nation to specialize. Okay? So, makikita mo na pwedeng mag-specialize yung isang country ng isang produkto dahil nga sa globalization, makikita mo kung saan ba yung country na nagpo-produce, let's say for example, oil. So yung oil na yan, saan ba sa Russia, okay, and other countries. So pwede silang mag-specialize ng oil na i-export nila sa iba't ibang country. So kung gagawin nating example ang Pilipinas, so sa manga or mango, Philippine mango, pwede din tayong mag-specialize kasi mas marami tayong produce na mango compared sa ibang bansa. So, kapag sinabi na lang nilang mango, iisipin na lang ng ibang country na, galing yan sa Pilipinas. Okay? So, that's one advantage of globalization when it comes to economic growth. Okay? So kung nag-specialize ka ng isang produkto, maaaring tataas ang iyong income dahil nga marami nang bumibili. Okay? You keep on producing them, marami kang buyers, and added yan sa ekonomiya ng isang bansa. Okay? So that is economic growth, and the number 2 is increased global cooperation. Okay? So a country can compete with other country or cooperate with other countries. Okay? Dahil nga sa globalization. So paano ba sila nakikipag-cooperate sa ibang bansa? They can cooperate by signing treaties or magsasign sila ng mga policies, or let's say for example yung ASEAN nga, Association of Southeast Asian Nation, that is a regional integration. So sa pamamagitan ng globalization na nabuo yung ASEAN. Okay, so the ASEAN is purposely created in order to lower tariff or to remove or to allow free flow of goods services within the member countries. Okay? So, nagkakaroon ng cooperation within countries or lahat na lang ng mga countries. Sa increased global cooperation, hindi lang siya nagfo-focus sa economy but to all aspects. Mapa-government, okay? So, yung mga countries na, they tend to lower their price. So, nag-a-adjust sila para sa ibang bansa or nakikipag-cooperate na sila para lang magkaroon sila ng ugnayan or transaction or interconnection, okay? So, paano nga ba magkakaroon ng magandang conversation ang isang country kung hindi sila nakikipag-cooperate sa ibang bansa, okay? So, ang mangyayari, magkakaroon na ng war, digmaan, okay? So, that's it. And number 3, or yung pangatlong advantage, is to increase cross-border investment. Okay? So, nagkakaroon na ng cross-border investment ang iba't ibang country. Kaya nagkakaroon nga tayo ng foreign direct investment dahil nga sa globalization. Pwedeng mag-invest ang Pilipinas sa ibang bansa. US also, pwede silang mag-invest dito sa Pilipinas and other parts of the world. So, paano nagkakaroon ng ganyan? Dahil bumabalik na naman tayo doon sa integration or sa tariff mismo, magkakaroon ng cross-border investment kung malesen ang tariff, malesen ang mga protectionism policies na naipapatubad ng iba't ibang bansa. Okay, so that is the advantages of globalization. And now, let's move to the disadvantage or consequences of globalization to the community. Okay, so we have here number 1, increased competition. Number 2, disproportionate growth. And number 3 is the environmental concern. Okay, so let's start talking about the increased competition. So one of the disadvantage of globalization is the increased competition. Okay, so dahil nga sa mga sinasabi natin kanina na nagkakaroon tayo ng free trade, free flow, nagkakaroon ng nababawasan yung tariff, kaya free ang mga countries to have their investment with other countries. Okay, so nagkakaroon nagiging nagiging disadvantage pala ng globalization yan. So yung mga activities na yan, nagiging disadvantage pala siya. Okay, so paano nagiging disadvantageous ang competition dahil sa globalization? Okay, so nagiging disadvantage siya dahil yung mga local companies or local products or domestic products, hindi na sila or nahihirapan na silang mag-boom dahil nga marami silang kakompete. Maraming mga companies na nag-o-offer ng mas magandang produkto tapos mababa yung presyo. Let's say for example in the Philippines again, okay? So sa mga shoe company natin, the Marikina, ano pa yung mga ibang brand dito sa Pilipinas, Mercedes, and others, Avon. So ito yung mga companies na nagpo-provide or nag-manufacture ng mga sapatos. Okay? So ang nangyayari sa mga ito dahil nga sa globalization, nagkakaroon sila ng kakompetensya. So dahil nagpapapasok ang ating bansa ng ibang investors. So pumapasok ang Adidas, pumapasok ang Nike and other brand. Okay? So iyan ang isang negative advantage of the globalization. Okay? So, makikita talaga natin dyan din sa economy mismo. And sa second na advantage, disproportionate growth. Okay? So, kung maaalala natin yung Immanuel Wallerstein nga, the richer countries will become more rich and the poorer countries will become poorer countries. Sa pangalawang disadvantage ng globalization, ito yung disproportionate growth, okay? So, hindi proportionate yung economic growth ng isang bansa, okay? Dahil nga, kung maalala ninyo sa discussion ko, about the Wallerstein theory of Immanuel Wallerstein, diniscuss natin yung presence ng core, semi-periphery, and periphery region. At makikita natin doon na mas yung mayaman ng country, tapos nagiging mahirap yung mga mahihirap na country. Okay? So, paano nangyayari yan? Dahil nga, the rich countries are exploiting the raw materials of the developing countries. And after processing that raw materials, ibabalik nila or ibebenta nila sa kanila ng mahal-mahal, nabili nila ng mura. Okay? So that is one situation. So the process mismo ng pagbili nila tapos pagproseso ng mga materials na nabili nila, nagkakaroon ng disproportionate increase or growth ng economy. Makikita din natin ito sa migration mismo. Okay? So, alam niyo ba na kapag magkaroon ng maraming migrants sa isang country, nag-i-increase ito ng GDP ng isang country? Okay, so that's all about number 2, and we move now with the third disadvantage, that is the environmental concern. Okay? So, hindi natin maiiwasan na masisira talaga ang ating ecosystem, masisira ang forest natin, masisira ang atmosphere natin dahil sa mga presence ng mga companies. Okay? So, kung yung isang country, let's say the Philippines, dito nga sa Pilipinas na nasisira na dahil sa presence ng mga companies, sa mining corporation mismo, okay? And others. So, kapag nagpapatayo ng isang building or isang company, ang isang corporation, may masisira at masisira yung ecosystem mismo. Maganda talaga dahil may mga companies na naipapatayo dito. Pero nasisira naman ang biodiversity, the ecosystem. So, nawawalan na ng buhay ang ating mga animals, yung mga puno natin, napuputol na hindi na nare-replace. So, ayan ang isang side effects. Okay? So, sa mga company, syempre, nasisira ang atmosphere natin. Okay? So, that is the disadvantage of the globalization. I hope that you're able to learn something from this simple tutorial, and if you have some question, you may write it down in the comment section and I will give you back a reply once nabasa ko. And if you are new to my channel, please don't forget to like this video today and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to click the notification bell in order for you to get updated to all my new uploads every week. Okay, so that's all for today and goodbye!
So we're back again, guys. So that's all for today's video, guys. Be na kayo, guys. Sorry kayo. So, maro to ang ang advantages and disadvantages sa globalization. So thank you for watching. Bye. Sorry ki ma'am. Your couple 30 minutes. Peace. Cheers.